we were in Boston. I was taking care of these little kids one afternoon. Someone's care worker had a car accident and they didn't have someone to take care of them. And I had your friends that used to come over and play all the time. So I had this troop of kids in the house. And so this little guy came in and he was about 3 years old. And his mom said, don't worry, he won't eat anything, but, just keep him for the day. And I thought, well, that doesn't make any sense. So at
don't
lunchtime,
worry, he won't eat anything.
Yeah. So at lunchtime, we sat down, we had chicken pot pie, and you guys knew that you had to eat. And so did the two kids that always came. They knew they had to eat.
Yeah, except that one kid, he would only eat hot dogs at home.
Mitchell?
Yeah.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah, but he ate everything at our house.
He probably knew what was up.
Yeah.
Hot dog diet.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, keep going.
Anyway, this little kid sat down and he wasn't going to eat anything. No. But we did the same thing we did with Julian.
Yeah, except I used more reward.
And then he would eat something and we'd go, good boy, pat, 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 pat.
We tried to feed him something,
Yeah.
And he was about 4.
He might have been 4. He might have been 4.
We tried to feed him something and he'd go like this.
Yes,
and I thought,
right.
well, that's what a 9-month-old does, is just move his head. I thought, this kid hasn't been interacted with since he was 9 months old.
Yeah.
And so I just keep the spoon in front of him and with a little bit of one, finally he'd eat it. And then I'd go, pat, 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 good. And
then he got hungry, once he was eating.
Well, you did the feeding, not me. That was you that did that.
Yeah.
And
but you were there.
I was watching, that's right. And you kept rewarding him. Yeah. And then it was so interesting. So when I had come home that day, that kid was standing in the porch by himself, looking miserable while the other kids were playing. And I came in, I looked at him, I thought, what the hell? That's not good. And so then I poked him a bunch, to try to play with him. And he just went like this. He was sullen and he had no idea how to play. And so that was really sad. And then lunch was after that. Anyways, Tammy fed him and he got right to the bottom of the bowl and finished it. And she said, look, you finished it. Look what you did. And he just lit up into a huge smile.
Oh, that's going to make me cry.
Yeah, it's worse.
So
It's worse.
He wasn't toilet trained yet.
Yeah. He followed Tammy around for the rest of the day like a puppy. Like he was right on her path. And then
when we sat down, we used to go downstairs and watch Disney and he sat on my knee.
He climbed right up on her and grabbed her like that little monkey clinging to the wire mother in the famous experiments. And then, Jesus Christ, his mother came home and came downstairs and she saw this kid clinging to Tammy and she said, oh, super mom, and grabbed him by the hand and left. It's like...
That's a horrifying story.
Yeah.